Everything I ate at a 10-course dinner on the newest Disney cruise ship. In the adults-only Beauty and the Beast section of the ship, there's this Lumiere-inspired restaurant with a 3 Michelin star chef. You start out with these cute little canapes, and my favorite was this Gruyere puff that tasted like a cheese croissant. And the amuse-bouche was these like super crunchy, fresh veggies filled with mole verde that was so herbaceous. And then we tried these scallops from Hawaii that were smothered in this creamy champagne sauce. And I don't usually love scallops, but it fully dissolved in my mouth, like so velvety with this perfectly crispy, buttery crust. And this was like a fish and then this really fresh, light crab with tamarind cream sauce that kind of tasted like peanut butter, but somehow it worked. And this Alaskan pollock might have been the most tender flaky fish I've ever had. Like they cooked it so slow, it disappears in your mouth. It's so light, it's like eating air or something. It's weird. And this was one of my favorite, but also one of my least favorite dishes because the ravioli texture was perfect, firm but not tough, and stuffed with this savory pork belly mushroom filling. But this like log of chicken was a little bit bland. It was really tender, but the way that it just looked like a log of chicken was throwing me off. I don't know. And then they brought out a whole cart full of cheese. They got everything from like a mild Parm to Roquefort, which is one of the strongest cheeses around. It's so intensely tangy and like sharp and salty. It's almost painful, but it's also weirdly addictive. And then they brought out this fancy box of pinafores, and I don't even have time to describe them all, but this creme brulee tart was made with Guinness and it was so crunchy. And for the main desserts, this like meringue peanut butter one was my favorite because the crunchy peanutty part in the middle was like the same texture as a Butterfinger, but Chris liked the chocolate ganache one that was covered in this really thin crispy layer of chocolate that was so intensely cocoa-y. And that is all for today.